Good morning, everybody. So we're going to take a look at 3 problems, make sure we get this squared away. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the weather today. I don't know how many more days like this we're going to have, but I might even get my bike out and go for a bike ride. Let's see. Might go golfing. I actually went golfing yesterday. So I don't know about you, but I like this weather in the fall. So some of you didn't see, but sporting a beard, and I don't know, next time you see me, you may not recognize me. So anyways, all right, let's get to geometry today, November 6th. We're going to look at worksheet for 4-5, and I got 3 problems that we're going to do for you today, and you can see 3, 7, and 11, and that way hopefully this will answer some of the questions. You can get this worksheet submitted. Remember, it's due Sunday night at midnight. Okay. Trying to, just so you know too, you know what, let me go back to this so you can see me. About a quiz. Okay, we're going to talk about a quiz for next week. Here's my initial idea. We're going to do it on Zoom. Now, what I'm going to do is, just like I have this, I'm going to show the quiz on a Zoom call like this, and we're going to have maybe two different times, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and I don't know if I'll do the same quiz or a similar quiz, different times, and then once you're finished with the quiz, and we'll have a timer going on the Zoom call. Once you're finished with the quiz, then we'll have you upload it to Canvas. So that's the idea. Just so you know, you're aware, since we're virtual next week, and we got to keep moving. We can't hold off here. So we're going to keep moving, and like I said, so be ready for that. We're looking at doing that maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's take a look at these. Let me enlarge the screen so you can see it okay. And here we go. All right. So what are we trying to find on this? Well, we've got 2 points, 0, 1, and 0, 4. Let me see if I can pull it up. I got it right here. And we're trying to find the rise, the run, and the slope. Okay, and so the rise, the run, and the slope. All right, so if I'm trying to find the rise is the change in y. Okay, now on your worksheet, you can just utilize the graph and count how many units up it goes. Okay, so if on our worksheet we are going, let me look at it again, we're going from 0, 1 to 4, 4, which is what it looks like to me, then the rise difference is just 4 minus 1, or 3. And the run difference is the change of x, and x is the horizontal. And so on this one, that's just 4 minus 0, 4. And so then the slope, fairly simple then to find, rise over run, is 3 over 4. That means we go up 3 and over 4. And you can look at that on your graph. So those are the 3 things that you need to show on the worksheet for number 3. Okay, let's go to number 7. Let me make sure I read it correctly, exactly how they want it to. It says, write an equation parallel to the given line through the given point. Okay, so parallel to the given line through the given point. All right, so here's our given line. This is our given line. And then here's our given point. That's the point that we want the line to go through. So if I were going to graph this, and I could carefully try and make a graph here. So that would be something like this. Negative 12 way down here, and a slope of negative 1, 4. So it's going to go over 1, down 4, over 1, down 4. Okay, and so that's the line. And so we want it to be parallel to that line, but it goes through 12, 10. So it goes through a line here. So this is what our new line should look like. Something like that. Okay? That pen wasn't working very good. So here we go. So in order to do that, we need to figure out what the slope is. And the slope in this case is the negative 1/4. Now maybe you don't remember that from Algebra 1, but slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b, and that is always your slope. The value of the coefficient that's in front of the m. And so in this case, that's negative 1/4. And so now we have a point, and we have a slope, and so we must use the point-slope form. Okay? So the point-slope form is y minus y1 is equal to slope x minus x1. That's the point-slope form. Hopefully you have that memorized. Let's substitute everything in then. Y minus y1, where's our y? That's x. Don't make that mistake. Don't put x in for y and y in for x. So that's y. So we're going to go y minus 10 is equal to the slope, which is negative 1/4, and then x minus 12. All right, don't get caught up in making a mistake on a fraction. Use a calculator if you have to. Y minus 10, negative 1/4 is negative 1/4 x. We just distribute that. No change there. But the negative 1/4 times 12, the 12 and the 4 will reduce to 3, and that's going to be positive 3. So the last thing we have to do then is take this 10 to the other side and undo that. We add 10 to both sides. And so I have y is equal to negative 1/4 x plus 13. And that is the equation, and it's in slope-intercept form. That is the equation for this. And so that would be, this graph, that would be about positive 13 right up here. This one is negative 0, negative 12, if you remember. We just did a rough graph. All right, any questions? Negative 1/4 x, which means the same slope. Negative 1/4, negative 1/4, same slope. They just have different y-intercepts. That's what those things are called, different b values, different y-intercepts. Okay, let's do the last one. It's going to be a quick video. We're only at 7 minutes right now. So now we're going to do the same thing. Here's the original through 5, 3, but I think this one says perpendicular. So let me make sure on the worksheet. Yeah, write an equation that is perpendicular. Okay, so it's perpendicular to this. All right, so let me come back to here now and enlarge this. So we're perpendicular. Okay. There we go. Perpendicular to y equals 5x plus 14. All right, so now what's perpendicular mean? That means it is opposite reciprocal. So you should have that memorized by now. Opposite reciprocal. Well, what is a reciprocal? That's where you switch the place of the numerator and the denominator. So if I have 3/5, the reciprocal is 5/3. That's just flipping the numerator and the denominator. Numerator is the top number, denominator is the bottom number. And what does the word opposite mean? What does that mean right there? That just means you take the negative. In fact, some people use the phrase negative reciprocal. Okay, so you just take the opposite or the negative reciprocal of what the slope is in this case. Okay, so that all means the same thing. All right, so what is the slope of this line? The slope in this case is 5. So what is the opposite reciprocal? So what I would call the perpendicular slope. That's how I label it, with a perpendicular symbol. And we're going to flip it, make it 1/5, and then we have to take the opposite sign. So negative 1/5. Now we have similar given information because we have a slope of negative 1/5, and we have the point 5, negative 3. So once again, we're going to do the exact same process that we just did up here. We're going to substitute the slope in for m and the point in for x and y. So we're going to go y. Careful with your negative. That's y plus 3 because that's a negative and it's got to be minus. So it's a y plus 3. Don't make that silly mistake. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, that's a little better. So we got y plus 3, and then we have the slope, which is negative 1/5, and then we have x minus 5. Okay, so algebra, we're going to use the distribution property, and take that into both terms. So this is going to stay for now, y plus 3. And then we have negative 1/5 x over there. No change there. And then negative 1/5 times a negative. That means we know that this is going to be a positive. 5 and the 5 are going to cancel or reduce. And so we just ended up with 1. Again, negative times a negative is a positive. 1/5 times 5 is 1. Now I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And my final equation is going to be y equals negative 1/5 x minus 2. Oh, there you have it. Now, we could graph that. It doesn't tell us to graph it, but we could graph it, and we could see that they are perpendicular. I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope that your family are staying safe. I've heard all kinds of stories of people, families are getting COVID. Many of you know that my wife's a nurse, and they're having a lot of people calling. And so she's dealing a lot with it. And I just worry for you guys. I know we've had a couple people in our own class right here in geometry that have tested positive. And so I hope you guys are feeling better. And it's not going away. It's just something we have to deal with. And so, all right, well, I hope you guys are well. Hope you have a good weekend. Get this assignment done. Get it submitted. Should not take you very long. We just did 3 problems in about 8 minutes. So, and I know it's easy when I do it, but it should not take you very long at all. All right? Okay. I'm going to stop this, and then I'll upload it to Canvas, and you'll be good to go. All right. Take care, guys.